Welcome to Servant of the Fates. Today's picker card reading is all about the 5 things that are going to happen to you this week ahead. So pick the Sibilla deck that sparks a memory in you. It will have your accurate messages. Guidelines below on how to do just that. Feel free to pause this video as you take your pick. And as always, timestamps down below. So is it going to be the Sibilla deck with this cute little Cupid? Is he sparking a memory in you? Maybe it's the color blue. Something about the wings, the arrow maybe. Or why not this cute lady with her pink garb and hat? Something about the pattern, her makeup, her smile. Is it sparking a memory in you? Or why not this Sibilla deck? Maybe the way that she wonders, the way that she reflects is the same way that you do. Are you wearing the same color palette right now? So again, feel free to pause and rewind and really pick the one that is sparking a strong memory because it will have your real messages. When you're ready, let's begin. If you chose Cupid's Vera, Sibilla Italiana, welcome to your reading. These are the 5 things that will happen to you in the coming week. So the first one, congratulations. You have only the top 1 best card in the deck paired with a very emotional card. So I'm going to ask you, because you will know better than me, what have you been pining about? Pining is different from fantasizing because I could fantasize about becoming a butterfly and it's not going to happen. But when you pine for something, you know that there's a possibility, but the possibility is kind of far away. Okay? So what are you pining for? Do you want that promotion that you're not even being considered for? Do you want to go on that trip that your friends are taking, but you don't even have 10% of what's required to participate? Like you don't even have the budget, you don't have the savings for it. Something that you're pining for, it's far away, but it can be possible. It can happen if only fate supports you, if only the universe gives you an unexpected blessing. Well, this week, with this card, Superbia, it's gonna happen, okay? So whatever you have been pining for, maybe it's a person, maybe it's not a trip, maybe it's nothing to do with work, but yeah, you will come in contact with it. You will be able to hold it in your hands. You will be able to secure it. Big luck is here for you when it comes to that thing. I don't know you personally, so you tell me, what is it? What have you been just not fantasizing. I was going to say fantasizing, but like I said, that's the wrong word. So what have you been praying for, pining about, daydreaming about, but in a sad way almost, okay? That's what pining means. You're dreaming about it, but there is this bitterness to it as well because you know you can't have it yet, but you just might. That door will open. You tell me in the comments what it is for you and how it comes up for you, how it happens for you. But yeah, amazing. Congratulations. Your first thing out of the 5 is already amazing. And I think it's going to be the best because this is something that occupies your mind. Okay. It's not some long lost dream that you had when you were a kid. Okay. It's something that you are actively wanting and desiring. That is what's coming. Something that is far-fetched, but not impossible, okay? It's coming for you. Wow, I am just so happy for you. I love it. This deck is really showing up for you. So what else? We have, okay, this is good. This is, like in Lenormand, this is the energy of the anchor, like something stabilizing for you. This is the card of lightheartedness, of frivolity, of playfulness, but not even in a good way. Like, you know, someone flirting with you, but you know that they don't want a relationship, but you're falling in love. Like, oh my God, how tragic, right? So it's that kind of feeling. Or it's also the feeling of God, I just heard something so specific. Going to an open house, okay? And it's a mansion and it's so expensive. And you know, you can't even afford the fridge inside that house, much less the house itself, okay? But you're there and you're like, oh, I really want to live here, but like it's crazy. Like it's not going to happen. You just know that in the next 10 years at least, you're not going to have that much money. You're going to have to, even if you take a loan, you're not going to have enough to buy that house. Okay? But it's just you're just flirting with the idea. Again, flirtation, right? So you want it, but it's not serious. It could be a house, it could be a person, it could be something else entirely. You know better than me. Well, with this card, it's going to stabilize. She's a mother, she's a wife. So that flirtation will turn into something committed, like she is, like her partner is to her. Okay? It's that energy. Oh my God. So far, the theme of your readings, both, it's miracles. It's the universe or God, whatever you call your higher power, showing up for you. Okay? Things that are far-fetched, things that you're only flirting with, you know, the idea of, they're stabilizing. Okay? It's like, okay. You know that visual of gas becoming liquid, so then becoming visible, and then becoming solid, and then finally now you can grasp it, you can hold it, you can just really touch it and embrace it. It's that kind of energy, both of them. Okay? Something frivolous, something you're only, you know, thinking about playfully, it will become a real possibility for you. And it's up to you if you want to grab it, but the possibility, the chance, the opportunity will be there, will be laid out right in front of you. And these are two different things, okay? It's not like, oh yeah, it's the same thing Monday, Tuesday. No, it's something else entirely. So it's so far a week of miracles for you. My God, congratulations. What else do we have here? This could be, I'm going to interpret it in a very traditional, specific way. It could be you going on a trip and a man in his 40s in your life is going to pay for it. So it could be that your uncle is going to take his children, I don't know what old, like how old these children are, maybe they're in their 20s, on a trip to Paris, or to Rome, or to Athens, okay? And your cousins are going to be like, oh, but we want her with us too, or we want him with us too. So then your uncle in his 40s, rich and with a stable business, is like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to pay for everything. Invite her, invite him. So it could be that, which would be like the literal interpretation. And that could happen. Why not? Okay, miracles are coming for you. But yeah, it could be a man in his 40s. Could be a boss. It could even be a potential lover. It could be, like I said, an uncle. It could be your dad, but less likely. But yeah, a man who is financially stable in your life, helping you to either literally go on a trip, an international trip, or maybe something fun but domestic, or just helping you along, like a mentor, a sponsor showing up, helping you move along in your life, helping you climb the corporate ladder, the social ladder, giving you the capital for your business idea. Okay, so that is your clue. We don't have zodiac signs here, but a man in his 40s could be single too. You know what? I just heard that. Could be single, but someone who is very much business focused. If he is a family man, then he's still prioritizing his business more than his family. That doesn't make him a bad man. He's providing for his family, but you know what I mean? Someone who's like, you know, a man in finance. I'm thinking of the song, the meme. But yeah, it's that person, okay? That is your clue. Either it's a literal trip that they're going to take you on, or an all expense something, or again, helping you along in your journey in life. So either it's literal or metaphorical, but that is what this pair is saying. So these are more like things, and this is like a specific person that is helping you with something tangible or something more long-term. You know, tangible as in here's your flight ticket, here's your hotel booking, or something long-term, like they're gonna promote you to their social circle so that you're going to be the official freelancer or whatever, and they're going to talk nice things, say nice things about you to your boss and blah, blah, blah. Okay, but someone is going to be on your side. Someone, dare I say, powerful and influential. Okay, taking you under their wing or just, sending you to Paris. What else is there? Oh, are you kidding me? This is like these two. There are many schools of thought, but some say this is the best card and others say this is the best card in Sibilla. That's why I was like top 2 earlier. I don't know if you remember, I said top 2, top 1, but yeah, I think this is the best one. This is a close second. It's Lady Luck. It's Fortuna, come on. With her cornucopia of blessings showing up for you. And it's very important, this is the context. This is sickness, this is malady, this is illness. It could be literal, or it could just be whatever is sick in your life right now, whatever is problematic in your life right now. She's going to bring luck there. For some of you, she's going to completely overturn it. And for others, she's just going to soften the blow. So an example would be that scene in Harry Potter. I don't remember which movie, but the divination professor, I think her name is Sibilla Trelawney, something like that. Yeah, Sibilla Trelawney. She was fired and evicted by the bad guy in the movie, but then the good guy in the movie said, you know what, you can fire her, but you can't evict her, so she can live here. Like, yeah, you're still fired, but you won't lose your home. You lost your job and you thought you would lose your home too, but no, you're keeping your home. So that's what Lady Luck does. That's what Fortuna does to something that is sick in your life. She softens the blow, or sometimes she completely overturns it. Let's say, just as an example, your boss fires you because you did something crazy, like you're fired. But then HR the next day calls you and said, hey, your boss told me that you got fired, but you know what? That is not fair. She cannot fire you on those grounds, so please come back to work today. We understand if you're going to be 2 hours late because you're only just finding out, but no, that was unlawful firing and you still have your job. So either it's a softening of the blow, whatever is sick in your life right now, or it's going to be overturned entirely. Or another possibility is I'm going to give you a personal experience. So I had surgery, and it was a minor surgery, don't worry, but it was just painful, of course, like the recovery. And I thought it was going to be terrible because I wasn't scared per se of the surgery. I was scared of the recovery period because it means I will be in pain for a while, right? It's like, why? I hate that. But then it turned out to be one of the best times of my life because while I was recovering for surgery, my sister paid for a caregiver for me. And like I did literally nothing around the house, and even like with myself, she was giving me a bath and she was taking care of me. And I was just watching TV, Schitt's Creek, and whatever else, Disney movies, while eating my favorite food. And it turned out to be a beautiful vacation, and I had so much fun, right? So literal sickness, but because Fortuna was there, best time of my life. So see how that applies for you. By the way, don't be scared. This card, it won't come as a surprise. It's something you are already planning for, thinking of, or it's already in your life. Then she comes in to soften it or to reverse it. Okay, so I know I said words like fired and surgery, and you're probably like, oh my God, I don't want either of those. But no, whatever is sick in your life, you already know it. This week, she comes in and blesses it with these amazing things from her cornucopia. Okay, so don't be scared. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What else? Last but not least, we have L'Amante. And okay. I was thinking of saying this for the previous one. So yeah, that's a little inside joke synchronicity for me, I guess. I wanted to give you an example about love, but now it's here. So earlier, I just wanted to say that maybe someone broke up with you, but everything was perfect in this relationship. And you're like, why did they break up with me? But apparently They saw you with someone and they thought that you were cheating on them. Like they thought you were the villain. And then they find out that no, it's just a misunderstanding. So then they come back begging and apologizing. It could be that energy. But yeah, I didn't get to say it. I focused on the health, like the physical, literal health. But now love is here. So that is one possibility. Exactly what I said. It could be a lover for the majority of you. It could be a friend who said goodbye to you, okay? Who blocked you everywhere or just blocked you from their life, like on social media or in real life and you think, oh my God, they're evil. We were getting along, like we were so close. They were my life. What is happening? But in their mind, it's you. They heard a rumor that you said this about them or that you cheated on them or that you threw them under the bus. But it was all a misunderstanding. Maybe Mercury was in retrograde. I don't know. But yeah, they're going to send you a message and just say, I'm sorry. I don't know. It's a game of telephone out here and I misunderstood and I thought you did this. I thought you said that. Apparently not. Please forgive me. If you give me a second chance, I promise you it won't happen again. Blah, 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 blah. You mean so much to me. Could be a lover. It could be a friend. Okay. But that is one possibility, an apology from a lover, a potential lover, a friend that you really love. Or the simplest explanation for this pair is just love is coming for you, okay? Someone asking you out on a date, okay? Giving you that message, sending you that text, or just complimenting you like, the beginnings of it. Even before asking you out on a date, they're just trying to let you know that they exist and they're there. Just trying to announce their existence, their interest in you, okay? But there is romance here, there is love, there is sweetness here. More than love, it's sweetness. That's why I said friends are a possibility as well. Friendship is, in addition to romantic love. So it could be a clearing up of a misunderstanding. It could be, I'm hearing echoes of Fortuna in this. I just am. But yeah, it could be that there was some sort of conflict, some sort of misunderstanding, and clarity is coming. Messages are being exchanged, apologies are being made and accepted, okay? So there is that. So yeah, this is your very dramatic week ahead. Two of the best cards in Sibilla are here for you. Two things that you thought were near impossible will happen for you. Could be a literal trip or a sponsor taking you under their wing. Something is going to be reversed. Something negative in your life will be reversed, or the blow will be softened, okay? And then there's another reversal. They're kind of related but separate things, okay? But kind of similar, the way these two are similar. So yeah, about friendship and love too. It is a dramatic week. Dare I say, a melodramatic week. It's a loud week and it's gonna be good. But yeah, it's pretty shocking in the best way possible. What can I say? Congratulations. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. If you chose the second one, welcome to your reading. These are the 5 things that will happen to you in the week ahead. For the first one, this is a reunion with an old friend. Could be literal or not. What do I mean by that? This friend could literally be older than you, a source of wisdom for you. It could be an ex-manager who is always supportive of you. It could be an ex-professor who really loved the way that you thought and who really just treated you like a favorite almost in class, okay? But it could also be just an old friend, as in someone that you knew when you were kids, someone who was your neighbor in your childhood home from your childhood neighborhood, right? But someone who was a source of strength and wisdom for you. They're coming back now, okay? Now, this is not someone that you are actively pining for. You're not actively like, oh, I'm having a hard time right now. I wish I still had a boss like her, or I wish I still had a professor like that or a friend like that. But they're just going to come out of the blue. Kind of like, that scene in Disney's Cinderella? I'm talking about the old movie where she was just crying and then the fairy godmother arrived. Like, she wasn't hoping for a miracle. She just thought it was over, and then her tears summoned her fairy godmother. So it's like that. Your reality, your feelings will summon this person back into your life, not necessarily because you're thinking of them, but there is just that connection between the two of you. And it is almost like, it's almost like an answered prayer, like a miracle, okay? That this person will come back into your life to give you strength and support and share her wisdom with you once more, okay? But also, I just heard something so specific. There could be an ex coming back into your life this week, and you're being advised by the universe to heed whatever the people in your life, the old people in your life, which means they have been there for long, or they're your elders, will say about this person coming back. So maybe it's an ex that you've always been in love with, broke your heart, you're still in love with. So when they come back this week, you're going to be like, yes, welcome back. But your mom or your grandma or your aunt or your friend of 25 years is going to be like, no, he just needs something. Or, you know what I mean? Like, this person is going to hurt you again. They're only here to use you, to fool you again. Heed that wisdom, that advice as well, if it comes. Okay, so that is for like a few of you, a minority of you, specific message that I heard. I was called to say, but yeah, this is a reunion with a source of wisdom and strength for you. Okay, they're coming back in your life now because either you need them, like you need their support now, or you feel like you're gonna need it soon, right? Maybe you're starting a new job and it's not your typical role. So you're like, I'm gonna need some mentoring, I'm gonna need some tips, some lessons, something like that, okay? But for some of you, it's going to be miraculous almost. Just when you need them. Again, Cinderella. So for example, you just moved to a new job or to a new neighborhood. And because I just finished watching The Gilded Age. So it's kind of like that. You moved into a new neighborhood and everyone is mean to you because you're the newbie, and they're like, who is this person? Maybe you even have a different skin color from them, and they're like, she's not welcome here, or he's not welcome here. But then this person who has always supported you way back in a different era, in a different institution, in a different place, also moves in one way or another, and then introduces you to everyone, so that everyone has no choice but to learn to love you and to welcome you into their life, because this person is now, promising, touting your reputation and saying that you're an amazing person. Okay, so someone who kind of saves you, honestly, who kind of rescues you from a difficult situation. Or if it's a job, you just moved to a new job and the people are mean and they're not nice and they're not open to your ideas, and you didn't know that the department head is being replaced, and the replacement is, guess who? That boss who loved you from 2 jobs ago, from 8 years ago. So now, from being hated in your new job, you are now the new favorite. Okay, so it's like someone saving you out of the blue. Miraculous thing that will happen to you this week. What else? We also have, it could be a literal wedding. For some of you, you already know this. You are attending a wedding, or you are getting married, okay? Or you are signing a new contract. It could be a literal wedding or some other contract in your life. Starting a business, signing a client, okay? Starting a new tender. It could be that, and it will bring you a lot of joy. If it's a wedding, of course, there is a lot of eating and drinking and dancing, and there's just cheerfulness and joy in that event. There will be a lot of it. Or for some of you, it is this turning into this. So maybe you have a group of friends that you love. You just love hanging out. And then one day out of the blue, one of them, or you, come up with an idea for a business that you all can do together. And everything just sounds right. Like, you can do this, they can do this, there's the budget, there's the capital for it, the need in the market is there. It's gonna work out. So then this fun friendship, which has always been amazing just by itself, suddenly turns into a serious business partnership, right? Into a business network that is more committed and that will bring you a lot of abundance and even more joy in your life. Okay? Just something lighthearted, something cheerful, something joyful turns into something committed and fated and faithful. Okay? So it could be either or it could be both. Like you're attending this party, you know it's gonna be fun, or I just heard you are about to attend a party, like your mom confirmed your attendance or your partner did, but you are dreading it because you feel like they're not your people. I don't like these people. But you know what? Someone is gonna surprise you. You're gonna have fun. Either you're going to meet someone there who matches your energy, or the people that you thought you hated the energy of, turns out, you know what? You like their vibe. Okay? So either way, it's gonna be a good time for you. So that's the second beautiful thing that will happen for you. A wedding, a contract, a marriage, an upgrade. What else do we have here? There is a friend, different from this. This is more like a mentor, you know, someone who's above you either in age, in maturity, in stature, in status. This is a friend, a close friend that you have who is going to be helping you through a difficult time. The time is not that difficult because some people get scared in the comments when I say something like difficult time or challenging moment, or so no. The time won't be that difficult. This moment won't be that difficult. It's like a small snug, okay? Hitting a small snug. It's not going to be that serious, but it's some sort of annoyance, some sort of irritation, and your friend will help you through it. Oh my God, I just got reminded of something that happened to me way back at my first job. So my college best friend and I, we worked in the same area, like the buildings were maybe 2 streets away from each other. And back then we used to walk a lot because it's indoors anyway. Like you walk through the buildings indoors in some walkway, some bridge. It's not like, you know, you're walking and sweating outside. But then my sandals broke. Like for some reason, I swear they weren't cheap, but they broke. And I'm like, how do I get to work now? Like, I don't know, 3 miles or 2 miles from my place of work, it broke. My sandals broke. And I'm like, what am I going to do? So then I called my friend because she was just, I don't know, half a mile away. And then she gave me an extra pair, and that's that. So it's an annoyance. It's that kind of difficult time. It's an annoyance. It's an irritation, but a friend helps you through it. Okay. And you know what? It could be deeper than that. It could have nothing to do with sandals at all. It could be you have some sort of emotional problem, some little thing that's bothering your heart and it's weighing on you and it feels kind of heavy, but you can still breathe. Okay. And then your friend gives you amazing advice or just makes you laugh and gives you a new perspective and just opens your mind to see that it's not that bad. Like, it's not that serious. Stop taking life too seriously. Okay. But yeah, a friend that you have, likely a female, will help you through some annoyance or some heaviness in your life this week. So there is that bit of darkness, but help is here. Rescue is here. So don't worry. What else is happening for you this week? This is like a consolation prize. And again, it has to do with friends, with faithfulness. It could be family too, but the people who have been loyal to you, who have always stood by your side, they are going to be your consolation prize, and it's going to be good. Okay. Now it's a general reading. I don't know you personally, so you tell me. You have recently suffered a loss. Maybe you lost to a different candidate when applying for a job, or maybe you were dating someone. It was never exclusive, but then they said, you know what, I met someone else. So you lost something, an opportunity, a chance, a person, an inkling of a relationship. Okay. But it's going to turn out to be a blessing in disguise, and it will have a lot to do with your friends. Okay. Like, it turns out that guy or that girl was never the one meant for you. And now that they're gone, someone who has always stood by you will confess their love for you. And you're going to realize, oh my God, you know what? This can work. I'm actually attracted to you too in my own innocent way, and I'm sure it can grow. So it's like a blessing in disguise, it turns out, right? Or it could have something to do with your family and your job. Maybe this is just like an extreme example. There is really nothing negative here. And if there is a loss, you will have known about it already. But maybe, and you already know about this, if it's true for you, you got laid off or you lost your job. So now you're going to have to leave the city or that country and go back home. And it's like, wow, that's so sad. It's like, licking your wounds after a loss. But turns out it's a great time to bond with your family again. It's a great time to feel like a child again. It's a great time to feel so loved and cared for again. And it's not just one way. Your parents too, your siblings are going to feel so much love and affection from you. And it's going to be a very emotionally rich period for you. Okay, so it's that kind of energy. Blessing in disguise, an amazing consolation prize, something to do with the people who have always been loyal to you. Last but not least, oh wow, you have the top one, maybe top two. There are different schools of thought. Best card in Sibilla. Okay, so Superbia, this is about just life having your back. The universe is showing up for you, making you look more powerful and beautiful and fantastic than you usually do. Okay, so this is like a boost in your career, in your reputation, the way that people see you, the way that people perceive you, a boost in your luck as well, a boost in the way that you see life and the way that you experience life. Suddenly everything is brighter around you. Okay, and it has a lot to do with maybe backdoor deals or conversations that you don't know about. Okay, this is like luck out of the blue. Like maybe you met someone in the pantry in the office and you were nice to them. Maybe you gave them the last banana or the last Kit Kat or something like that. And you thought you were just being nice, you were just being cute, doesn't matter. You just wanted to do an act of kindness, but you didn't know that that person is the head of that department, and now they're looking for someone with your skills, and this person like Googled you on Slack or on LinkedIn, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna hire her, we're gonna hire him, and the salary is like 40% bigger than your current. So it's like something small that you do that turns out to be big for you, because the person that you help, the person that you impress is someone important, someone who is present in conversations that can influence big things in your life, in your career, in your reality. Okay, but yeah, this is like Fortuna. This is like Lady Luck just showing up for you. So that's good that you have this card. It's the best one in the deck. So yeah, this is your week ahead. Okay, could be attending a wedding, but there's joy either way in whatever gathering. Could be something playful turning into something committed and serious, a friend helping you out. Okay, grand consolation. It could be a blessing in disguise, and a mentor, a sponsor coming back to save you, honestly, to rescue you from a difficult situation. So I would say the theme of your week ahead, it's help coming. Okay, rescue coming, like knights in shining armor just queuing to help you. Life, the universe, God, whatever you want to call your higher power, just showing up for you. So this is wonderful. Congratulations. I mean, I can feel relief and frustration, a mix of both for you. And yeah, this week things are finally going to turn around. So look forward to it. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. If you chose this Sibilla deck, welcome to your reading. These are the 5 things that will happen to you in your week ahead. So let's see. For the first one, this is quite profound. It's quite deep. You will find peace with your pain. This is not quite moving on from a heartbreak that you had recently, or something that you have been carrying with you for a while, a pain that you have been holding in your heart for a while. But you will stop trying to fight it. You will stop trying to run away from it. You will make peace with it this week, okay? So this is a very profound thing that will happen to you. An example would be, so you know your life better than me, but let's say, for example, that maybe you were not born into wealth. So then everything throughout your life was a battle for you. Going to college, you had to work 2 jobs to pay for your own tuition, right? As an example. Or going to work, you couldn't go out, you couldn't make friends with your colleagues because they would go to the bar afterwards, or they would go dancing or go to the movies, and you could not because you were paying your own rent and you were supporting your parents as well. So you couldn't spare that 1 bottle of beer's expense, right? So everything has been difficult for you. Everything has been a battle. Everything has been a challenge, for example. But now you're like, you know what? This is actually not a bad thing, because when I succeed big time, this is going to make for a great story. And some people are just out there looking for sugar daddies and whatnot and cheating life here and there. But me, I'm actually fighting. And I know that one day, one way or another, God or the universe or my higher power will reward me for all of this. Like, there is no way I don't get rewarded for all of my hard work. So it's you making peace with how you've had to fight for everything and now taking pride in it too. Like, yeah, when I finally become a billionaire, my story is going to be amazing. I didn't have a trust fund. You know, I wasn't a trust fund baby. I didn't have a rich dad or a sugar daddy. I had me. I am a self-made man or woman. And yeah, that's going to be more than okay. So I'm just going to have to keep going, and things are going to be better for me than I ever imagined. So it's like making peace with your burdens, making peace with your wounds, okay? Or if it's someone who broke your heart all those years ago, and now you see their life, they're married to someone, and it looks like they're struggling and they're not happy, and their kids are always in the hospital, and you're like, you know what? If I ended up with this man or this woman, that would be my life, a life of struggle, a life of anxieties and pain. And thank God he broke my heart or she broke my heart, because I don't have to live that life. I'm out here enjoying mine. Even if it's not perfect, it's better than theirs, you know? So it's that energy of making peace with a heartbreak, with your pain, with a situation, with a loss that hurt you, okay? Finding strength in it, feeling pride even in it, and yeah, trying to find power from it all. So it's, in a way, a very profound kind of acceptance and healing. This first of 5 that will happen to you, it is huge, and it's emotional, and it's deep. You're going to feel it in the depths of your soul. It's beautiful. What else is there for you? Oh, this one is the opposite of this. It's so straightforward. It's so mundane, but it's good too. Something that you've been waiting for arrives. So a message that has been delayed, a decision that has been delayed, something that has been stagnant, finally moves. It's finally here. It could be something as small as your Amazon package was lost, and now the replacement arrives on your day. You hear the doorbell ring and you receive it from the delivery guy, and it's here and you love it, and you're going to have fun with whatever that thing is. It could be that small, okay? Or it could be you interviewed for a job, 4 levels of interviews 5 months ago, and you're like, okay, well, they didn't even have the decency to tell me that I wasn't picked. They just ghosted me, like, whatever. That's how it is. There's nothing I can do about it. And then they call you this week and they're like, hi, sorry, there was a delay because we had some restructuring in the company, but you're hired. Can you start on Monday? Or, you know, whatever, can you sign this? So something that was delayed comes to you, okay? If you have been waiting for a confirmation, like you invited people to a party, to a dinner party at your house, finally they all confirmed today. Okay, they're like, yeah, okay, we're gonna be there at 6 p.m. Saturday, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of that energy. Or if you sent a risky text to your crush or to an ex, or, you know, someone like that, you thought they ignored you, they're uninterested, they rejected you, but apparently for 3 days they couldn't sleep. They were thinking of how best to reply to you because they feel the same way. They want you to, or they want you back as well. And now the message or the call or the doorbell ring arrives in your life, okay? The reply, the decision that you have been waiting for, it's here. Something delayed, something stagnant. It's here. And most likely, for 99% of you, you're going to love the decision. You're going to love the message. You're going to love the confirmation. What else will happen for you this week? This is something really worth celebrating. You are achieving something this week, finishing something this week, accomplishing something that is worth a loud celebration. Okay? If you're someone who's freelancing, you are finishing this job that you have been working on for 6 months. You are getting paid today. You finally have the time to go to the beach again, to hang out with your family, with your friends again. So you are inviting them to lunch or to dinner, and you are sharing your payment with them, your blessings with them. Okay? Or let's go literal. Why not? Maybe you finally purchased that home. Okay? Your dream home. Maybe you finally move into your dream apartment. Maybe you finally finish the renovation of your house, and you're just here to celebrate with your social media followers and with your friends and with your partner, okay? Something worth celebrating. You are finishing something this week, okay? And it's going to be earlier than you thought. Like if you thought, okay, I needed 1 more week, 2 more weeks, 1 more month. No, it's happening this week. For some reason, your time is going to free up, or whoever you're working with, whatever the situation is, if it's your real estate agent, if it's your client, something is going to speed up, and it's just going to get done and accomplished this week. And you're going to have the means, the time, the money to celebrate it with your loved ones, okay? So a big celebration for a big accomplishment, something that will bring you a lot of stability and security, okay? Stability and security, wonderful words. It's coming for you this week. Lovely. What else is there? So for some of you, there is going to be a confession of love, and it's going to be from a friend or a colleague that you almost consider a friend. Or, like, this is like the energy of your best friend's baby brother. I'm not talking about minors, okay? Gosh. But you know what I mean? No matter how old you are, if you have a younger sibling, that's a baby brother. Like, that's a baby sister. That's what I mean. Okay? So, a confession of love from someone like that. Someone that you consider a friend, or someone who's always shown you loyalty, right? There could be a confession of love. It doesn't have to be a very melodramatic, I have loved you for 7 years. It doesn't have to be. It could be for some of you, but it could just be an attempt to cross over from the friend zone. Okay? Like, this person is like maybe your work husband or your work wife, which doesn't have to mean anything romantic at all if you have worked corporate. You know what I mean? It's just your person at work, the person that you can rely on and who can rely on you at work. Like, that's like your work best friend, basically. But for some reason, someone in America maybe called it a work husband or a work wife, especially if you're of the opposite sex. But yeah, it's that kind of energy. It's work zone, friend zone. And then they suddenly ask you out to the movies, just the two of you, without the other stragglers that you usually have in your circle. And you just know it's an attempt to leave whatever zone they're currently in and cross over into the romantic zone, okay? Or, for example, you're always having lunch together, having coffee together, but this time around, they freaking wipe the carbonara from your lips, okay? Because you have like some stain on your mouth and like, whoa, I thought we were just friends. But yeah, it's like an attempt, some sort of gesture, or maybe some words as well, or maybe, why not, a grandiose confession as well. But yeah, from a friend. But also, it could be mutual, okay? Or it could be you finding the courage to do everything I just described. Maybe it's you who wants to attempt a crossover, who wants to escape the friend zone, right? It could go either way, but friendship turning into love, that is a big theme for you. Now, outside of romance, this is like the romance thing will manifest for like 95-96% of you. But for a few minority of you, outside of romance, this is just feeling an overflowing sense of affection for and from a friend, okay? Something that you didn't think could happen. Like you thought this is just someone you hang out with because they're your classmate or they're your office mate or they're your neighbor. Like, of course, you say hello to each other. Of course, you give each other, smiles and glances and whatnot every now and then. But they actually do something that makes you feel loved and appreciated and seen. Like, for example, your neighbor offers to look after your dogs or your children for the 2 weeks that you're going to be away. Like, hello, that's big. Like, I thought we were just casual neighbors. Now you're going to be like the second parent to my pets or to my kids. Like, thank you. It's an overflowing sense of appreciation and affection to and from, right? This person. So it could be that, or it could be you thought this person was just someone that you worked with, but when there were rumors flying around about you being incompetent or whatnot, they defended you, like viciously defended you from HR, or in a meeting of 16 people just stood up for you. You were like, wow, I thought we just had coffee together every now and then. I didn't know that this person would, become brave enough and courageous enough to stand up for me, risk their own job and reputation for me like that. So it could be that kind of situation as well. Firm loyalty, a lot of love from a friend, an acquaintance, a colleague. Okay, either way, wonderful. Great for connections this week. Okay, and this pair of cards. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Last but not least, what else is happening for you this week? Oh my God. Just when I thought it couldn't get more melodramatic, you know what this card, these two, we know what they're saying? Someone is going to steal your sadness away. Like, how dramatic could you be? Okay? Someone is going to kiss your pain away. Someone is going to bring lightness and lightheartedness into the darkest and heaviest parts of your life. Like a thief in the night, stealing away your melancholy. How wonderful is that? And remember, these are 5 separate things. So it sounds similar to this, but this is a friend. This is probably more romantic, okay? But yeah, people are just showing up for you, okay? Messages too are showing up for you this week. And then something about the home, about your stability, your security, and then you showing up for you, right? Accepting your pain, finding strength in your weakness. Wow, this is great. This is a very heavy week, but in a good way, okay? Cathartic, dare I say a cathartic, a healing week for you. So yeah, I don't know what else to tell you about this pair of cards. Someone is just going to kiss the pain away and steal your sadness. So a knight in shining armor. Someone is going to come save you. Someone is going to rescue you. And you know what? I know I was so dramatic, and it is so dramatic, but it could also be something more mundane, more on a day-to-day. Like, for example, you have no plans for the entire weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because you have no money, and your friends are like, so busy, and you're just bored because you're an extrovert, just as an example. And you're like, what am I going to do? I'm going to rot in the house this weekend. You're so sad. And then someone who has a crush on you, or a colleague or a friend or a sister, calls you and say, hey, I'm going to go to the beach, or I'm going to travel to Hong Kong or Singapore or something this weekend. Do you want to come? Can you take Monday off? So we're going to be there for like 4 days. Or can you take Monday and Tuesday off? So it's going to be a 5-day trip. And you're like, wow, okay. So then someone steals away your pain, right? And your worries. And it's like, oh my God, yes, let's go to the beach. Let's go to that country. Let's go on a getaway, okay? So someone just saves you almost last minute, okay? Someone takes away your sadness. Amazing, amazing, amazing. That is so cool. That is so lovely. Lovely, lovely energy. And this actually happened to me recently. And I just want to give an example of like how it can resonate for you day to day. Because maybe you're like, at the end of the week, you're like, yeah, those happened, but no one really stole away my sadness. It could just have to do with something day to day. Like this happened for me recently. I ran out of healthy food in the fridge. And for some reason, I'm not going to overshare, but I couldn't go out to go shopping. And I was about to order McDonald's. and eat it for like 5 days because I couldn't get healthy food for that period of time. And then a friend out of the blue, without texting me or calling me first, just delivered home cooked glorious food to me that will last me a week if I refrigerate and food prep. You know what I mean? So it could just be that. Like I was about to give up on being healthy and eat McDonald's for 5 days. And then a friend was just like, hey, here's good food. Yeah, enjoy. So it could just be that, like someone saving you on the brink of something. Okay, so stealing away your sadness one way or another. So these are the miracles that will happen for you this week. It's an emotionally heavy, but in a good way kind of week. Okay, so let me know how it goes. Let me know how these manifest for you, please, in the comments. I would love to know. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and yeah, I would love to see you again soon. Take care.